Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mad Zach here, and today we are continuing our franchise mode with the Montreal Canadiens. Now, in the last video, we got the draft and the one free agent signing, which is right there on the screen, Brad Marchand. And as you can see in the draft, we picked up Nolan Patrick, who will be our first line center for this year. Now, in the last video, when I said I made the lines, I just made the lines with what I had. I didn't realize I had a bunch of players in the minors that I could bring up, including this guy, Burmistrov, who we picked in the 5th round. There's actually a few new players. Zykov is new. Morrow is a new player as well. And I think Droud might be. Yep, Droud is a new player. And in defense as well, I think I have a few. Yarvinen, I think, is a new player. Yep. And I think that's it. No, we didn't draft a goalie. I checked again, and we did not draft a goalie. But this is the team we're going with for this year. I'm not going to stop the video every win we get because we might get a little bit more. We'll see. But just also, I realized that Mike Condon, the first hockey analyst there, is with the Devils as well. So Condon also won the Cup this year. So Weber, Condon, and McCarron, I think, were a few players from Montreal that won the Cup. So anyways, here we are, year number 2. I'm really excited on this year. I'm going to sim all the way to our first game, which will be the New York Islanders. And injuries are on, as always, just so we get maybe a better chance with waivers. And I hope we just have a better year, really. I mean, our first year was obviously the worst year in NHL history, I'm 100% sure. So I hope we can get a little bit better. I think Brad's going to help a little bit. Patrick will help, obviously. But this year is really important for Patrick because this will see how he will grow. I think getting a winger will help him a lot. I know the right side's not as strong, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Our preseason schedule wasn't tough, but obviously we're not that great, so we lose everything there. So 0-7 start, not the best start for sure. So here we go. First game of the season, Islanders and the Montreal Canadiens. I think it's in Montreal, and we'll see what we have here. So first period of the new year. Hey, we got a goal. Burmistrov, first career NHL goal on Yaroslav Halak right there. We're still down by 1, Hamonic and Parenteau. But good job, Burmistrov. He just got his first career NHL goal, so good job. And we're back to last year. 3 goals, Strome, Tavares, and Lee. And the last period, we got one, Xavier Ouellet. So 5-2 loss. Honestly, last year we lost 10-0 in the first game, so I'll take a 5-2 loss. No stars. Tavares with 3 points, Hamonic with 2, and Lod with 2 as well. So better than last year, though. We still got some goals. I think we're going to score a little bit more, but we're not going to win more, I don't think. But we'll see what happens. Still very early in the season. So I'm going to start simming. Like I said, I'll stop if something good happens. If I get a waiver claim, if I get a whatever. And we'll stop and see what happens. So here we go. All right, guys. So we got a waiver claim. Taylor Lear, I think his name is, from the Flyers. His potential is a top 9 forward. He's 78 overall, so that's obviously a big help to us. He's only 23 years old. I don't think his contract must be too big. From Canada, he's got 2 goals this year, which is surprising. 2 goals in 3 games, and they put him on waivers. So that's a great thing for us. He's going to help the team right away. Taylor Lear, welcome to Montreal. We'll start you in the Detroit game. As you guys can see already, we already have a point. We lost in the shootout to Dallas. So, I think last year we actually had a point pretty early as well. But it's cool to have a point at least. So here we go. I'm going to go to roster moves and bring up Lear, put best line, and see where he fits in. It's really exciting. We finally got a winger through waivers. We can start building a little bit there. I know waivers is not going to bring me a star player, but at least we can get something. So I got to bring down a player. All right, so Taylor Lear is now in the NHL. We're going to go back to our lines. Do best line, see where he fits. So they got him on the second line. I'm okay with that, honestly. He'll bring He'll bring something there. I want to make sure he's on the power play as well. He is. Okay. So now we got a new winger on our team, and that's pretty cool. So now I will keep the sim going, and hopefully something else happens. All right, guys. So I got a new waiver claim. Jacob De La Rose from the Predators. So I went back and thought about my rules, and I couldn't sign a free agent from Montreal. This is a waiver player, and I said I could claim waiver players. So now I'm thinking it would be okay to claim him. He's still young, 22, top 9 forward, 81 overall. I'm going to claim him because of the rules were just free agents. And if you guys hate that, I don't blame you. I get it. It's not really going against my rule. I get that for some people it might be, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it anyways. Bring him in the locker room. He's back in Montreal. That's pretty exciting though. Having an 80 overall player through waivers, it's pretty rare actually. So I will enjoy that. I'll put him he'll probably be on the first line, if not the second. All right, so De La Rose is now in the NHL, and if we do best lines, where does he show up? On the second line. They put Lear on the first, which is okay, I guess. He'll help boost up Morrow maybe and Burmistrov, who are 68 and 69. So De La Rose is in. And on special teams, he is on the power play, which is good. So here we go. We got De La Rose now in Montreal back. I know it's it was weird to see his face there because I was thinking so hard about it. But I did say if it was a free agent, I could not get him if he's from Montreal. But I never said anything for waivers. I know it's like nitpicking and stuff, but I mean, I'm trying to make my team better, so we're just gonna go with it. And keep going on the sim, and if something else happens, I will stop. So not even 2 games later, we got another waiver. David Schlemko from the Sharks. He's a depth defenseman, top 6. His contract is a little bit steep, 3 years at 2.10. He's a little bit older than players I've been having, 30 years old. But we're going to claim him anyways because we need defense. We need anything we can get. We still haven't won a game this year, but we have lost in overtime again, this time to Vancouver. So we got 2 points now. I'm going to put Schlemko on the team. He'll probably slot in either for Ouellet or behind him. I would probably rather have him behind just so that those two get better. But 1, 2, 3. I should have room to bring him up, shouldn't I? Yeah. All right. So Schlemko's on Montreal now. We'll go to edit lines and do best lines, see what it does. I might change it, though. I'm not sure. Here we go. Best lines. Schlemko would be on the first. Ouellet on the second. So here's my argument of keeping Schlemko there is actually because offensive defenseman Ryan Murphy, defensive defenseman Schlemko. So Ouellet will play on the second pair with Järvinen, which I really don't like the fact that I only have one right defense, but it's hard to fix now. But that'll do for that. Schlemko is a new player on the Montreal Canadiens. Welcome. And we'll keep simming. It's really fun because it's only been 15 games. We only got 3 new players. So keep simming. All right, boys, another player on waivers. This time is Andrew Ference. Now, Andrew Ference is very old at 38 years of age. 79 overall, though. We could probably use him because he's better than every other defenseman we do have. Not every defenseman, but the 60 overall ones. And we can bring him for leadership or something, maybe. So we're going to claim him. Slot him on the second pair, probably, with Ouellet or something. It's kind of interesting, though, to have Ference because he was also a Bruin. And Montreal and Boston don't get along too much. But I'm sure he'll be okay, especially at this point of his career. He's pretty old. And I don't even know if he's playing with Edmonton anymore. I don't think he is. He could, though, but I'm pretty positive he's not. So they actually slot Ference and Schlemko together and put Ouellet and Murphy together. I'm not sure if I like that too much. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'll put Willett and Murphy back on the first pair. Schlemko with Ferentz here. Just because defensive defensemen don't get as much points wise. So I'll keep those two together on the first pair. A goalie would be nice from waivers. I know those are pretty rare, but a guy can pray. Nolan Patrick's overall hasn't gone up yet. I don't know why. Usually in NHL 16 it would work, but that was with McDavid. So that's a different story for sure. But we'll keep simming. All right, guys, so I just stopped the simming. We just reached the halfway point of the year, and as you can see, we actually have the same amount of points we did as last year at this point, which is 7, 2 games won, 3 games lost in overtime. But I just want to show you guys the stats real quick, just so you guys can see. So Brad Marchand is still leading the way. He has more points than anybody who ever played in this team, 33 points, 8 goals, 25 assists. Burmistrov, who was a fifth-round pick, has 20 points, 12 goals, 8 assists. Murphy, 18. Lear has 18 as well. Nolan Patrick has 17, which is okay. Still 74 overall. That's pretty shocking a little bit. De La Rose, the new pickup, 15 points. Moro, Zykov, Holmberg. Willett has 7 points. He doesn't get a lot of points, this guy. Schlemko has 5, and Ferentz, if I can find Ferentz. Ferentz has 1 in 9 games with us, I'm pretty sure. So, obviously defensive defenseman, but hopefully they can get more points. As plus minus, we go the Sears Murphy and Willett, who actually have the worst plus minus, minus 51, minus 46. I'm pretty sure it's because of ice time. That's okay, though. They don't beat the guys from last year yet, so that's pretty cool. For the entire league, just so we can see, I was pretty shocked the first year when I saw Jokinen up there. Let's see if we can chug again. Yes, kind of, actually. Tuvo Teravainen, 44 points. He leads the league. He's tied with Connor McDavid, which isn't a surprise at all. Giroux and Tavares and Bergeron round out the top 5. See Sagan, Eberle, Kopitar, Crosby. Crosby's having a better season than he did last year. Carlson, obviously. O'Reilly is down there as well. Thornton and Skinner round out this list. For goals this year, Tavares has 21. A very shocking thing, actually, is no Ovechkin. No grade 8 until there. 13 goals. But he's got more assists this year, but still, it's pretty shocking. He only has 13 in 36 games. Most assists goes to McDavid. And if we check the goalies, who's the goalie who's having the best year so far is a guy we could have signed, I guess. Ben Bishop. He's having a terrific season, actually. 1.63, 22 wins, 4 losses. That's an amazing record. 9.44 for the Blues in St. Louis. So we might have made a mistake there, boys, actually. We might have made a mistake. Rookie skaters. The top point getter for rookies this year is Alex Nylander, 27 points. I don't know if that's ironic, but last year when we checked it, it was William Nylander who had the most points. Now it's Alex. Charles Hudon, who was actually a Montreal prospect. There he is, 26 points in Vancouver. Dylan Strome, 18 points. There's one of our guys, Burmistrov, 20 points. And there's a few other guys here. Lear's actually a rookie too, so 18 points. Nolan Patrick has 17. So there you go. There are the rookies for this year. And rookie goalies we can check real quick. Malcolm Subban. Pretty obvious there. And Kozin. So Kozin must be our starter this year, I guess. 30 games played. So I guess that's fine. Really, they were both the same overall, so I don't really look into that stuff too much. But anyways, we'll keep the simming going for the rest of the year and see how it goes. So guys, we actually have the best streak we've ever had, which is 3 games in a row with a point. Shootout loss to Edmonton, 2-0 win to LA, and a 4-3 loss and shootout to Anaheim. So that's pretty rare, actually. We're still the worst team in the league by far, but at least we're getting points. At least we're getting more points than last year. All right, boys, so we got 4 games left to play. As you can see, our record is better than it was last year. 6 wins, 65 losses, 7 overtime or shootout losses. That's a lot better than last year. Is it an improvement? I will take it as improvement. Um, and it's tough to win with no players. And I think no goalies is also a big thing this year, which doesn't help us. But I'm going to sim our last game of the season against the Carolina Hurricanes. Hoping for the best, expecting the worst. Oh, we actually got a goal before I could sim the period. Lear got one. That's good. All right, I'm going to sim the period. Here we go. 3-1. Boys, we're winning. Oh, my God. Marchand, Holmberg, and Lear got goals for us, and Teravainen got one for them. I wonder if he's still the point leader. That would be pretty cool to check out later after this game. So, period number 2. 4-1. David Schlemko gets one. All right, boys. Let's hope we can pull it out. I'm actually going to slow sim if I can figure out how to do it. All right, I got it. Okay, so let's hope we can keep it. Come on, give us a win last game. There we go. Morrow gets one as well. 5-1. This will be our biggest win of the season, I'm 100% sure. If we can pull it out, I don't think we can lose it now. 5-1. Empty netter, maybe? No? All right, cool. We actually won our last game, boys. 5-1. 3 stars of the game. Marchand with 3 points, Lear with 3, and Kozin had a great game in net. So that's good. We actually win a game and in a slow sim, which is cool. So that'll be our record for the year. 7 wins, 68 losses, 7 overtime losses, 21 points. Obviously, we're still at the bottom of the league. That's no surprise. I'm going to just hit that button right there and see if we can check our stats. Okay, so we're going to check our stats for this year. Marchand led the way, 66 points, 22 and 44. Really good year for Brad Marchand. That's pretty much what I'm expecting from him. I know it's going to be tough because we have a sucky team, but 66 points is a good year. De La Rose gets 41 for us, 35 helpers, 41 points for us. Burmistrov was our rookie of the year, actually, by 1 point over Patrick. 39 points, 18 and 21. Patrick gets 38 points, which honestly for a rookie is usually what you get. He actually grew finally. He's a 75 overall now. Lear got 37 points. Murphy got 35. Morrow got 30 on the second line, I'm pretty sure. 6th-round pick. So that's cool. Zykov went up by a lot, actually. Holmberg. There's Ouellet, 15 points. Schlemko got 11. And Ferentz got 8, which is okay. So not a bad year. A lot of improvements on points. The best player from our first year that stayed is Holmberg, 20 points. I know Murphy and Ouellet came in later, but for starting with the team on the first year is Holmberg, obviously our best player. Our goalies, Kozin, I think, started the most games. 59. Gunnarsson started 13, and Anderson started 27. They all had a win, which is good. Their goals against hasn't changed that much. They were pretty much still in the 5, except Gunnarsson. And our save percentage, still in the 8s. So hopefully one day we'll get one in the 9. So those were the stats for us. I'll go check the entire league real quick. See who topped the division, gets the Art Ross and all that stuff. So Teravainen had 88 points this year, led the way. That's pretty shocking, actually. But, I mean, in Carolina, he probably has all the ice time, which is good. Bergeron had 83. Tavares had 82. Kopitar with 80. Skinner 78. Carlson 78. And Jamie Benn 78. So, pretty much your regulars. Thornton, Crosby, Giroux, Sagan, Tarasenko, McDavid. Actually, Alex Galchenyuk gets 69 points for Ottawa, which is kind of cool. Pavelski's there. Burns. Marchand is right there, 66 points. He's on the list, which is good. Austin Matthews had 64 points. That's cool. How many points did he have in was this his rookie season? No, he only had 18 points last year. I think he was probably injured for a bit. But 64 points for Austin Matthews. Congratulations. Welcome to the NHL, bud. Larkin's there, 62. Stamkos, only 61 points. 94 overall, having 61 points. It's not good. There's Ovechkin too, 61. 2 down years right there. Stamkos and Ovechkin. You could also argue that Panarin had a down year. So that's weird. McKinnon, 60 points. Goalie-wise, just to not look at every player in the league. Jonathan Quick on top again. 44 wins, 18 losses, goals against 212, save percentage 930. The best season probably goes to Bishop, actually. 197, 41, 16, and 5, 931. Not by much, mind you, but just by enough to notice. So, maybe we could have signed Bishop, but I think it would be better to bulk up on wingers. So I'm going to sim all the way until we can find out what place we draft. And then I will show you guys the awards and we'll call it a video. Alright guys, so the draft lottery results just surfaced and I'm pretty pissed and disappointed at the same time. We're picking 4th overall. That means we completely lost out on the lottery because I know we were top rated for sure to get the first. So Minnesota, Colorado, and Buffalo won their draft lottery, and we are now stuck with the 4th overall pick. We're still gonna get a pretty good player, but it's pretty disappointing when you are the worst team and you don't get the first or the second at least. But that's the way it is. We'll just move on. We'll take the 4th overall pick, and that's that. I'll check the retired players here instead of the other way around. So we lost Ferentz, unfortunately. 236 points in his career. He was drafted 208th in the 8th round in 1997. So thank you, Ferentz, for your half a year about of service. We also lost this guy, Leveille, who was drafted in 2008 in the 1st round, actually. Wow. And he was on the worst team. All right. Sorry for whoever drafted that guy. No, any other players retired? Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau. So the Sharks lose their two of the best players. Shane Doan also retired. Gaborik, Ribeiro, Tanguay, Gomez. So Camilleri too as well is pretty shocking actually, only 36. Horton was already retired obviously. And see if we can spot anybody else. Steve Ott. That's pretty shocking. There's our Ferentz. And Steve Bernier. You guys probably don't know that much about this guy. I know you guys probably know him as the guy from New Jersey who gave LA the cup that one year. But Bernier, when I was a kid, played for my hometown Quebec Major Junior Hockey League team. So I saw a lot of Bernier when I was a kid. So happy retirement to you in this game. Max Lapierre, Brian Bickle, too, who unfortunately, because of his contract, got traded to Carolina, but a great player, great memories from Chicago. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about retired players. For the draft, I don't know what we're going to get at 4th overall. I'm hoping maybe a winger, maybe a goalie would be cool, maybe the draft. And there you go, guys, the Stanley Cup champions of 2018. I can't believe it either, but it is the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's just shocking, really. Their rebuild has already seemed to have worked, and they take the cup. If you can see the tree here, they beat Pittsburgh in a sweep. They beat Boston in 6, and they swept Detroit. So them two, they won the cup without going to a Game 7. They also beat Nashville in the finals. So props to the Leafs. Props to Matthews and all those guys. Congratulations on the cup. We can see their stats, who shined in the playoffs. It was... Okay, Ribeiro, no. No Leaf players. What's this? Okay, Morgan Riley had 16 points. Matthews had 16 as well. And Bozak had 13. Not really a player that stood out, though. Kadri, 12. No players stood out. It was like a playoff where they just played together. Maybe their goalie Who's in net for Toronto? Is it Anderson? Yeah, okay. That's there's the reason why, boys. Anderson, 146 goals against average in the playoffs, 948 save percentage. Pecorine like pretty much had the same thing, but obviously two losses more. So those are the stats for the playoffs. As awards go, let's hope we win one again. So Toronto, St. Louis had the most points in the regular season, Nashville and Toronto. As for player awards, Teravainen gets the Art Ross and also the Hart, so he won the two big ones. Norris goes to Carlson for his second year in a row. Lady Bing also goes to Teravainen. Actually, I saw he only had like 2 penalty minutes, so that makes sense. The Calder goes to Alex Nylander. So I guess rubbing salt in the wound to his brother William. Fredrik Hansen won the Conn Smythe. That's not shocking at all. The Vezina goes to Quick for a second year in a row. Jennings to Bishop from the Blues, who we could have probably got. Masterson goes to Dumoulin. Frank J. Selke goes to Mikko Koivu, which is different. Teravainen also gets the Ted Lindsay Award. And the Rocket Trophy snaps the streak of 5 for sure from Ovechkin, goes to John Tavares. Just check the AHL real quick. Stockton Heat won the Calder Cup. There's a few more teams for who won trophies as well. For the player awards, Laine wins the Sullenberger Award for the most points. He also wins the most valuable. And most goals goes to Fiala. And he also gets the Outstanding Rookie Award. Hansen gets the defenseman. Drager gets the goaltender. Klimchuk gets the most valuable player in the playoffs. Patan gets the sportsmanship. And Anderson and Drager gets the other 2 awards. So Patrick Laine ripping it up in the AHL. He's probably going to be ready to jump to the NHL soon. Probably win the Rookie of the Year for his team. So anyways, that was year number 2, guys. A few more waiver claims, which was pretty cool. Unfortunately, we already lost one in Ference. But we'll be ready for the draft, picking 4th overall, and we'll get our 1 free agent signing. So this will be the end of the video. If you have anything you want to add to me, tell me anything. I won't care. Comment that I suck. Comment that I rock. I don't know. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And unless the world ends, I will see you in the next one.